Namaste, Swagatam, Vandanam, Shubh Dinam, and for people in other countries, Buona Notte and good night and good evening and whatever it may be in your part of the world. It's a great pleasure to be part of this second International Yoga Festival 2022 organized by Everest Yoga Institute. At the outset, I congratulate Tyagiji for this most amazing event he is putting together and his whole team. I also believe it is your birthday today, and so I take the opportunity to wish you a Janamdin Mubarak, and may you have a very blessed day today and every day of your life with the blessings of all the gurus of all the parampara. I would like to begin by invoking the wonderful paramparas, the living traditions of yoga. Yoga is not something that is dead. People want it dead and put in a box so they can bury it or do whatever they want with it. I'm sorry for all of those people. Yoga is a living, thriving, breathing tradition that is growing amazingly well in our beloved Bharat Desh. And so for those who think yoga is something which is only Puradana, it is Puradana, but it is also modern. And it is thriving, flourishing today. Om Yogena Chittasya Padena Vacham Malam Sharirasya Chavaidhyakena Yopakarotam Prabharam Muninam Padanjalim Pranjaliranatosmi Om Tat Paramparyaya Vidmahe Jnanalingeshwaraya Dhimahi Tanno Guru Prachodayate Om Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. When we think about the yoga tradition, it is a tradition that is timeless. Even Yogeshwar Bhagavan Sri Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita tells us even at his time it was Puradana. So even at the time of the Bhagavad Gita, which is at least 5,000 years ago, because in India, our calendar, our traditional calendar is based in the Kali Yuga, which is 5,000 plus years. And Kali Yuga was associated to start with the leaving of Sri Krishna from this planet. Hence, even 5,000 years ago, Sri Krishna tells Arjuna, it is Puradana. So imagine how ancient this teaching is. When did yoga start? Yoga started when life started. When the first life started on this planet, yoga started, because life is Dvaitam. Life is separation. Kyunki kya hua? Paramatma has become Jivatma. Purusha has become Prakriti and then come to all the Buddhi, Ahankara, Mana, Chitta, and coming down into the Jnanendriya, Karmendriya, Panchamahabhuta and Tanmatras. Hence, that which was one has become many. The one becomes many. So there is a divide, like cell division. Pehla to ek cell hota, pluripotent cell, stem cell. Us cell se sab cell aa jate. From that one cell all come. From the one come the many. So from the one, there is a division. There is pluralism. And that is where the moment the one became many, there had to be a methodology for the many to again become one. From Advaitam, we move to Dvaitam. So then there has to be some technology, methodology from Dvaitam back to Advaitam. And that is why the moment life began, because life begins with the first breath of life. The moment the baby is born and it goes, now it is an individual. Now it is an individual which is separate from the universe. So it says, I am me. हमारा नाम तो Somebody will give us our name. Like when my dear Tyagiji was born, he was given his name by his beloved Pitashri and Matushri. They gave the beautiful name. That time, not a simple name. They gave a name that is immortal. Hanumanji ka naam hai. Because Hanumanji is the Siranjeevi who brings the Sanjeevi for the sake of Lakshmana. That is the energy which is immortal energy. But the moment we breathe, we are different. Separation to ho gaya. Viyogam to ho gaya. So Viyogam se yog hona chahiye. How to go from Viyoga back to yoga. That is why I say yoga is as ancient as life itself. So whenever life started, that is when yoga started. Yoga was not invented. Koi rishi ne socha nahi, how will I invent yoga? No. I say invention nahi hai. Yoga was discovered. Kyunki yoga is eternal. It is Sanatana. It is part of our beautiful dharma called Sanatana Dharma. The culture that is timeless. Adiyum antamum illa. Arutpirun jodi they say. There is no Adi, there is no beginning. There is no Anta, there is no end. It is pure light. The luminescence of the energy, as our Vallalar tells us, Ramalinga Vallalar in Tamil Nadu tells us. What a beautiful teaching. It is pure consciousness, pure light of the Purusha, Ishvara. And because we have forgotten who we are, hum log ko to bilkul, we have become amnesiac patient, like in that movie, Amir Khan's movie Gajini, where you forget everything. We have forgotten who we are. And so the rishis said, ask the question, Koham. They said, ask that question, Koham, who am I? In Tamil, Ramana Maharishi, he said, Nan Yar. Ask yourself, who am I? Nan Yar. Koham, who am I? And then the answer is, Soham, you are that. Tattvamasi, Aham Brahmasmi. Why do our Veda Mahavakyam tell us that? They are reminding us, you are not the body, you are not the mind, you are not the emotions, you are not your false sense of identity. You are that ultimate Purusha itself, but you have forgotten it. Why have you forgotten? Because of avidya. Tasya hetu avidya, says Maharishi Patanjali. Because of avidya, ajnana. In the Guru Stotra we say, that is why the power of the Guru is so important. Ajnana timirandasya jnananjana shalakaya chakshun militam yena tasmai shri gurave namah. Because we are caught in ajnana, in the thimira, because of ajnana, the darkness of ajnana, forgotten who we are. Humko pata nahi hai who we are. Because of avidya, the root klesha. And with avidya there, automatically asmita to hona hai hona. So immediately we say, I am me. हमारा आईडी कार्ड है, हमारा विजिटिंग कार्ड है, ये एक आइडेंटिफिकेशन हो जाएगा. Then we get a disease and we say, I am diabetic, I am hypertensive, I am a cancer patient. No, you are not diabetic. You are not cancer patient. You are you. Cancer is a visitor. Diabetes is a visitor. Hypertension is a visitor. Get that visitor out. Kick that visitor out by adopting the yogic lifestyle. Because yoga is a healthy lifestyle. Today in modern medicine, we talk of lifestyle modifications. We talk of mind-body medicine, psychosomatic medicine. All of this is yoga. But they don't want to use the word yoga. If you look today, pranayama is taught with a different name. Cardiac coherence breathing. This is called intellectual property theft. हमारा भारतीय संस्कृति है प्राणायाम, and it is being repackaged with a new name, cardiac coherence breathing. Imagine. Pratipaksha Bhavanam of Maharishi Patanjali, repackaged in cognitive behavioral therapy. Pratipaksha Bhavanam क्या है? Most important component of changing our attitude. क्योंकि when you change your attitude, everything changes. I saw a post from Tyagiji, where he said, never give up. That is the message. Problem will come. Now when problem come, you say, come on, you come and make me stronger. My problem is my bulwarker. My problem, my challenge is my gymnasium. Not to be afraid. Bhayam na hona chahiye, abhayam hona chahiye. You have transcended bhaya and gone into abhayam. In our beautiful Tamil culture, we say, Dravida Kadavul, Murugan we call, Lord Muruga, Kartikeya. He stands with Abhaya Mudra. Yam irukka bayam yedu, which means when I am there, why are you afraid? I am there for you. All our deities are saying, don't be afraid. Abhaya Karam, Abhaya Hasta. And what is the message? If you are alive, you will have challenges. So if you don't want challenges, jump in the ground and die. Very simple. If you are alive, you will have challenges. Life will go up one day, it will come down one day. That is part and parcel of being alive. If you look at the ECG and you check the heart, it will go up, it will come down. PQR, ST, PQR, ST. Aisa waves hona chahiye. If it is a straight line, it means you are dead. If you are having an EEG, it should have alpha wave, beta wave, theta wave, delta wave. If it is a straight line, you are brain dead. But we all want life to be a straight line. Life cannot be a straight line. Life will be up and down because that is part and parcel of the duality of being in this Prakriti. The moment Purusha comes into Prakriti, Dvaitam has occurred. And that is why Patanjali says, you have to go back. You have to retrace your way. He says, Parinama Tapa is there. It is not easy. When you try Parinama, transformative involution, there will be lot of friction. Because you are going opposite to the normal direction. The life of a yogi is opposite to the normal life. As Dilip Ji was saying, their life is different. That is why Krishna says, Ya nisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagrati samyami. Yasyam jagrati bhutani sa nisha pashyatu muni. The yogic perspective is so different than the common perspective. So parinama tapa hona hai hona. You cannot escape it. And ultimately, what is the goal? Guna vritti. Virodacha. You have to go against the guna vritti. The guna vrittis are taking you away from the source. You have to go guna vritti virodacha. And there has to be prati prasava. Prasava is to be born. In Tamil, the word prasavam means to give birth. Prasava, prati prasava. You have to go against that, retracing your way back. That is the purpose of yoga, to regain oneness. We have lost oneness. We have lost that oneness. So we think, I am different, Guruji is different, Tyagi ji is different, Radhakrishnan ji is different. I think everybody, we think different. And then we say, oh, you are a different country. Oh, you are a different religion. Oh, you are a different language. Oh, you eat differently. You dress differently. We are breaking down, divide. And finally, we are saying, I'm lonely because there's nobody with me. Who's to be faulted? You have divided everybody, kicked everybody out, and then you say, I feel lonely. This is why the yogic attitude is that Madatma Sarva Bhutatma. The Atma that is in me is there in Sarva Bhuta. That is the attitude that we all share the same Atma. We share the same Prana. We share the same life force. And when we start to see that oneness, our life will transform. In modern times, these teachings have been taken and misappropriated by people. They have mutated the teachings so that we think that yoga is just another form of exercise. Yoga, asanas are not exercise. Kyunki yogasan mein kya hai? Man, buddhi, ahankar, Atma, all have to come together in the performance of asana. Not just the kaya or the sharira, the stula sharira. It is at all the levels. Stula, sukshma and karana sharira have to be working together for it to be an asana. Sthira sukham hona chahiye. Just the prayatna is not enough. In fact, it's the opposite. प्रयत्न शैथिल्य होना चाहिए. In exercise क्या है? प्रयत्न होना चाहिए. You have to have the effort in exercise. In yoga, it is prayatna shaitilya hona chahiye. We talk of pranayama as breathing exercise. It is not breathing exercise. It is understanding the life force of prana itself. You are understanding the power of mana, because manas and prana go together. Yato mana tata prana. Where the mind goes, the prana will flow. And that is why when we practice yoga, we have to bring together the body and the mind. How do the body is Annamaya Kosha, mind is Manomaya Kosha. How can you bring them together? ये एक facilitator होना चाहिए, ये एक negotiator होना चाहिए. You need one agent for that. That agent is the Pranamaya Kosha. That is why pranayama is the methodology by which the mind and body can start to work together. That doesn't happen with breathing exercise. And this is why we have to be very careful. We must retain the terminology of yoga, the Samskrita terminology. Asana should be called asana. Pranayama should be called pranayam. We must not call it physical exercise or breathing exercise. And don't let even dhyan become meditation. Meditation is a very simple word. Dhyan ka matlab hai, yoga ka hridaya dhyan hai. It is the heart of yoga. The whole antaranga is based on dhyana purvaka. And that is why we have to be very careful not to play the game that is happening today in modern yoga industry. The yoga industry, what a shame that word. It is not an industry, because yoga is the process of transformation, self-transformation and self-transcendence. If it is transforming you and enabling you to transcend everything, raga dvesha vimuktaistu, you have to go beyond raga dvesha. Then you come into that higher state. Yadahi nendriyateshu na karmasu anushajjate sarva sankalpa samniyasi yoga ruda tata uchyate. That yoga ruda you want to be. And we have to understand raga dvesha vimuktaistu vishaya nindrayascharan atma vashye videyatma prasadam adhigachyate. That is where we are moving, transcending the dualities. Some days people will like you, some days they will hate you. Some days people will say, wow, wow, great, great. Some days they'll say, oh, useless. That is part and parcel of being human being. How to transcend it, how to come into that state of yoga. That is the most important message we need to take home to heart. Yoga is our cultural heritage. It is the treasure of our Bharat Desh. We must not sell it for some plastic things that other people will give us. Let us not become like Judas, who sold the Christ Master for just some pieces, 30 pieces of silver. We should not become like that. We should not sell our mother. Yoga is our mother. If yoga is our mother, we will not sell her, right? We need to worship her. We need to love her. We need to follow her path and be worthy of being her children. This is the message I wanted to share today, that yoga is our divine mother and we, the blessed children of yoga. May we realize how blessed we are, and may we become responsible to stand up for our mother yoga and show the world what yoga truly is. Hari Om Tat Sat. Dhanyavadaha for this beautiful opportunity to be with all of you and share some of my thoughts.
Thank you so much. That you cannot believe, that was amazing, speechless, because really जब आप बोलते हैं तो बहुत अच्छा लगता है और मन करता है आपको बहुत देर तक सुनते रहने का, क्योंकि आप जैसे गागर में सागर भर देते हैं, तो आप वो योगाचार्य हैं जो छोटी सी समय में बहुत बड़ी बात आपने कही और बहुत अच्छे साइंटिफिक चीजों पे आपने ध्यान केंद्रित किया. और जैसे आपने कहा योगा इज आवर डिवाइन मदर, तो बहुत अच्छी बात है. वी शुड नॉट सेल इट. और कहीं ना कहीं हम लोगों का जो आज का युग है वो फिजिकल तक सीमित होकर रह गया है. आई थिंक सो गुरुजी, मैं माफी चाहूंगा, शायद उसमें कहीं ना कहीं मार्गदर्शन की कमी है. बिकॉज एक्चुअली क्या है कि योग में अच्छे गुरुओं का अभाव है. अब मैं अगर सच्ची बात करूं तो बहुत कम गुरु हैं जिनके कॉन्टेक्स्ट में, जिनका सानिध्य, जिनका मार्गदर्शन प्राप्त होता है अदरवाइज क्या है, ज्यादातर फिजिकली ही उस चीज को अवेल कर पाते हैं। यदि आप जैसे गुरु इजिली अवेलेबल होंगे, अप्रोचेबल होंगे, तो मुझे लगता है कि योग की गरिमा और अच्छी बढ़ेगी। और जैसे कि आपने बताया कि देखो पिताश्री भी, माता जी ने भी, और उन्होंने भी डॉक्टर दिलीप गुरु जी ने भी आपके परिवार के बारे में बताया, श्री बहादुर जी ने बहुत प्रशंसा की कि उन्होंने योग को जिया है और कितनी साधना और सिद्धियां प्राप्त की हैं। तो वास्तव में हमें अच्छे गुरुओं की जरूरत है कि वो लोगों का मार्गदर्शन कर सकें और योग के सही अर्थ को बता सकें। जैसे आपने, तो मैं आपसे रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि अभी से हमारा निमंत्रण स्वीकार करें। आप सभी गुरुओं से मेरा निवेदन है कि समय समय पर हमें दर्शन दें और हमारे साथ साथ हमारे शिष्यों को भी और हमारे अनुयायी जो हैं उनका भी मार्गदर्शन करें, क्योंकि जब साक्षात रूप में आप सामने होंगे तो मुझे लगता है कि वो बहुत ही अच्छा एक दिन होगा जब लोग सुनेंगे और योग की महिमा को जानेंगे। सो गुरुजी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, आपने इतनी सारी बातें की हैं। बहुत अच्छा, चाहे वो अहम ब्रह्मास्मि को लेके है और राग विद्या अस्मिता की बात आपने कही, वो सारी चीजें मैं नोट्स भी बना रहा था अपने, चाहे आपने ब्रेन वेव्स की बात कही, चाहे अल्फा बीटा की बात कही, तो ये फैक्ट है और बहुत जरूरी है इन चीजों को जानना और योग के सार को जानना। तो गुरुजी इन सारी चीजों को एनलाइट करने के लिए दिल से बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, और बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद हमारे निमंत्रण को स्वीकार करने के लिए। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।